In the service delivery world, there's a heated debate. Can we really predict bottlenecks, or are we just relying on luck and hindsight? Today, I'm going to dismantle that myth and show you how PredictBottlenecks uses rigorous science to give you crystal clear foresight so you can plan with confidence instead of reacting in crisis. You'll learn exactly how this software models your processes to reveal constraint points before they cause delays. Let's start with why this problem is so pervasive. Service delivery managers are constantly juggling resources, timelines, and client expectations, but traditional approaches are fundamentally flawed. At quarantadue.ai, every MCP workflow starts from the real tool interface, not from a generic prompt. The goal is simple. Keep the expert in control while the system structures the evidence. Inputs, reasoning, and outputs stay connected in one reviewable flow. Now the results become easier to compare, easier to review, and easier to explain. They rely on reactive monitoring. You only see a bottleneck after it's already slowing things down. Or they use generic enterprise tools that require manual data entry, which is slow, error-prone, and misses real-time trends. The result? Missed SLAs, frustrated teams, and clients who lose trust. The core challenge is anticipation. You need to know where delays will happen during planning meetings, not in post-mortem analyses. Now, let's dive into the technical method that makes PredictBottlenecks different. It's built on queuing theory and capacity analysis, which are mathematical models used for decades in operations research. Think of your service delivery process as a series of queues, work items waiting at different stages. PredictBottlenecks ingests your historical data on transaction volumes, processing times, and resource availability. It doesn't just look at averages, it analyzes variability and trends. A common misconception is that bottleneck prediction is about simple thresholds or rules, but that's reactive. Instead, we simulate the entire workflow, accounting for random fluctuations and dependencies. This allows us to calculate the probability of delays at specific points based on current load and historical patterns. Scientier, it's like having a digital twin of your process that you can stress test. So, what does PredictBottlenecks do in practice? First, it connects to your existing systems, your ticketing software, CRM, or project management tools to automatically ingest data. No manual entry needed. It establishes baselines for your normal operations. Then, it runs continuous calculations using the queuing models I mentioned. It identifies potential bottleneck points, such as a review stage that consistently slows down under certain volumes. But it goes further. It provides an audit trail of all predictions and assumptions, which is crucial for compliance. You can also use its scenario modeling capabilities. What if you add 2 more staff members to the support team? What if client requests spike by 20% next month? PredictBottlenecks lets you model these scenarios and see the impact on bottlenecks before you make any decisions. Let me walk you through a hypothetical example to make this concrete. Imagine you run a IT service desk. You have variables like daily ticket inflow, average resolution time per agent, and shift schedules. PredictBottlenecks analyzes historical data and notices that every Thursday after the weekly software updates, ticket complexity increases. Combined with a shift change at 3 p.m., the model forecasts a bottleneck in the escalation queue around 4 p.m., causing response times to exceed your SLA by 30 minutes. With this insight, you could proactively assign an additional senior agent during that window or adjust the update schedule. The outcome? You prevent the delay without guessing or overstaffing. When it comes to compliance and reporting, PredictBottlenecks generates clear, actionable reports. These aren't just raw data dumps. They include visualizations like flow diagrams and time series charts that stakeholders from team leads to executives can easily understand. The reports align with regulatory standards, documenting the rationale behind predictions and the actions taken. This transparency not only aids in internal reviews but also builds trust with clients who demand accountability for SLA adherence. In closing, PredictBottlenecks empowers you to transition from reactive problem-solving to proactive optimization. It gives you the tools to forecast bottlenecks, allocate resources intelligently, and ensure consistent service delivery. If you're ready to stop guessing and start predicting,